feeling the effects of that yesterday. It's quite a tough day. All the boys are slowed down quite a bit. Just battling up this slope that seems to be going on forever. Even the yaks are struggling. That's the first time we've seen the yaks struggle. They're all breathing real hard. But hopefully not too much longer to get to the top of this thing.
So yeah, luckily I was on an hour flight after these boys, but I managed to get on their flight, so now we're going to be able to set off earlier from Lukla, which is great. So we're just at the airport, ready to go. Looking forward to it. Night one, come and check this little bad boy out. We went to the Four Seasons initially, wasn't quite up to the standard, so we've come to this and we're absolutely luxe, mate.
Namaste, it was top 5 on TripAdvisor, so
Namaste, smashed it. You got the panoramic windows, great views. It's absolutely freezing, but we'll do a job. And just to top it off, like the perfect way to end the first day's hike is that Tim's water holder, what's it called, like the
camel pack?
The camel pack has exploded in his bag and everything's drenched. So that's absolutely ideal.
That's how it is. That's my sleeping bag.
Drenched. Literally the one thing you want to be warm is now soaking wet. Brilliant. So first meal is like a vegetable noodle broth. What do we think, boys? Is it alright?
Delicious.
Yeah. So first night, just got our stuff together, had some food. Give you a little rundown of what I'm wearing. Warm socks, like a skin base layer, thermal top, t-shirt, hat. I've got a boiling hot bottle of water in my sleeping bag. I'm in a sleeping bag liner as well with a double thick duvet over the top because it's absolutely freezing. Have a little look at Tinny B.
This is the lowest we're going to sleep, and I'm absolutely freezing.
So what he's basically saying there is that this is the warmest it's going to be. We just spoke to one of the guys who works here, and he says it's going to be -20 in your room. like as we go higher up, so probably in a couple of days. So yeah, looking forward to that.
It's right, it's right. At the moment it's only +5, it's about +5.
Yeah, +5 in the room, that's no problem at all. Absolutely fine.
Just see it, you can see the width of the stuff they're carrying. It's all like beer and Coke cans. Ridiculous. Sorry boys. Oh, here's first hand view. Ridiculous scenes.
So day 2, feeling strong. Boys have just put in a good shift. Day 2 starts quite undulating, and then it just ramps up, really kicks up, and we've just come to a viewpoint. It's quite a big moment because first view of Everest. You probably won't be able to see it on the GoPro, but through that gap you can see lots there on the right, in the cloud, and then that is in the cloud, but it's Mount Everest. That's huge. So big moment for the boys, midway through day 2.
It's about 6:30 in the morning, just woken up. Just come down to get some water. It's a pretty nice view. Looking forward to the sun coming up because it's absolutely freezing. First rest day today in Namche Bazaar. So we're gonna probably do like 300-400 meters elevation today with our backpacks, do some acclimatisation and then just chill out. So it's nice, we have to be up till 8ish really, so I'm up pretty early, but it's actually been a bit of a line compared to a normal day, so it's pretty beautiful. But yeah, looking forward to the day. Setting up on our acclimatisation day. Tice, how high are we going up now?
Just under 4,000 metres.
Just under 4,000, probably elevating maybe 400 metres today. No bags. Dream situation, but the views. Heading up here, but views are ridiculous. It's a beautiful day. Chilly, but not too bad. So Ticey mate, what are we looking at?
So right now we've got Namche up here.
Yeah.
Lotse Sharp.
Yeah.
Lotse to the left of that. Mount Everest. And Namche to the left of that.
That's the full accompaniment there. There we go.
Don't visit, so I choke on sun, and the days blur into one in the backs of my eyes. All the things I've never done. Sheets are swaying from an old clothesline, like a row of captured ghosts or old dead grass. There's never much, but we've made the most. Welcome
So unfortunately
Unfortunately, Richard has run out of money on day 3, Namche Bazaar, and has had to take up a role as a Sherpa.
Oh my days.
How heavy?
This is pretty serious.
How many kilos do you think? How many? 45 kilos? Does it feel heavier than that?
I think it's way heavier.
Yeah.
Should we go? Not bad. Woo!
So we've estimated
1 hour,
this is
2
about
hours, 3 hours.
50 kilograms, and this guy is 68 years old, and he's been carrying it probably 4 kilometers in 40 minutes. You've done 40 kilometers at 4 kilometers at 68 years old with 50 kilograms hanging off your head.
140.
Yeah. Unbelievable scenes. Boys leaving on day 4?
Day 3.
No, day 4.
This is hiking.
Day 3 of hiking. No. Day 3 of hiking. Day 4. Boys feeling good. Only one wake up in the night, one piss. Literally magical sleep.
Makes such a difference. Can't believe it.
About 6:30 a.m. Ready to go. Decent. Just left Namche Bazaar, day 4. The sun's come out, which is always a really nice moment of the day. It just warms you up. Something really good about that, because it's absolutely freezing the rest of the time.
Ships are launching from my chest. Some have names, but most do not. If you find one, please let me know what piece I've lost. Heal the scars from off my back. I don't need them anymore. You can throw them out. Keep them in your mason jars. I've come
A few tired bodies today, a little bit. Ramped up a bit in terms of elevation and steepness, but well, that guy's basically running down. Good effort. And it's really hot, which is unexpected. You've seen the hat and the man on the catwalks of Paris, Milan,
Gudavali, baby, Sri Lanka.
now on the
Oh,
Everest
China.
Base Camp trek, the bucket hat. Shows how cold it gets up here at night, so it's probably almost 2 in the afternoon. It's still frozen water.
About to shower in it.
Yeah, about to have a quick wash in the bird bath for the boys. So, day 4, pretty much complete walk-wise, up to Tengboche, just under 4,000 metres, so we actually descended down into the valley and then back up, which is actually really handy because we're not much higher than our acclimatisation day yesterday. But yeah, good to get some walking in. Views are pretty nice staying in the Hotel Himalayan. Yeah, boy, comes highly recommended, so hopefully it'll be decent. Views are pretty immense. Also a decent monastery here apparently, so we're going to wake up early tomorrow and go to a little service, which will be good. But check this out. It's Timmy in the ice cold bird bath. Nice mountain views. Weather's still really good. And unfortunately, this tower obscures this, but view's pretty sick. Boys heading down to the monastery in, where are we, Ticey? Tengboche. So it looks pretty nice. Gonna go and try and get in now. I think we might be a bit late, but let's see what's going on. Just had the Always feeling blessed. So blessed.
I meditated. I'm always hashtag blessed. Yeah.
So day 5, done about an hour and a half. Boys feeling good. It's quite cold last night, but not too bad. On our way to Pheriche, Pheriche, or Tengboche. Yeah, dyslexia kicking in there.
All my nightmares escape my head. Bar the door, please don't let them in. You were never supposed to leave. Now my head's splitting at the seams, and I don't know if I can.
Okay, it's quiz time in the mountains. Boys, could you please name me the 9 members of the Fellowship of the Ring, please?
Boromir,
Yes.
Aragorn,
Yes.
Gimli,
Yes.
Legolas,
Yes.
Frodo,
Yes. 5.
Samwise,
Samwise, the true hero of the Lord of the Rings. Number 6. Yeah.
on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Don't miss them out. They're key. Took, yeah. What's his name though? Come on, boys. Yeah. And the other one is Merry and Gandalf the Grey. Boom! There you go. That concludes Mountain Geek Out. So the passes are now starting to open up a bit, so they're nice and wide and flat. The river's actually following the river just over that lip, but really, really sort of, well, probably 200-300 feet below that lip. So we've got some nice mountain views, and the Dabbler, lots of Shah in front. Everest is away on our left. I think everyone's just loving the fact that it's nice and wide and open, but it does make it very cold. The wind like rips through here real quick. But yeah, it's going well. Ramping up. Just pushed through 4,000 meters. Boys still feeling good. So yeah, all good. So this is, boys, what's it called again? Pheriche. Pheriche. This is where we're staying at the base of this mountain. It doesn't look like much, does it? But I mean, the views are ridiculous. Right, let's get into Pheriche. Not sure what this is for, but everyone's dancing. Farmer getting down. CBB. Ticey.
Oh, slow dance, baby.
So we're here in Pheriche, and we just went to like a talk on altitude sickness, which they put on in this pretty prestigious hospital. It's called the Himalaya Rescue Association of Port Pheriche. Apparently it's super legit. And yeah, so we're like participating in a study to see if you can not forecast but like predict people that are more likely to get HACE and HAPE, which apparently is high altitude cerebral edema and high altitude pulmonary edema. So we've had a load of tests, like you do a little USPO2, check like your oxygen content in the blood and your like VO2 max. And now we're going to do 6 minutes. 6 minutes of exercise, which Farmer is doing currently, and it's getting super competitive. Boys trying to beat lap records. So you've got 6 minutes to do as many laps as possible. That's not the test, but that's what we turn the test into. So like sprinting.
So you're halfway and you've done 10.
So Tim is on it. Tim, you did 20. You did 22. 22, yeah.
Yeah, that's record, mate.
22,
Record
but
was
Dan missed a
17.
couple. Confirm this is helping people out with tests. This is not an illness.
We're basically doing this because Tim is struggling so badly on the hikes. So
Oh,
don't be fooled.
Call me all the time.
Don't be fooled.
So I'm Brendan Milliner. This is the HAPE exercise badass test.
Nice.
Uh,
Good intro.
we've got 4 fine gentlemen here taking the test with us today.
3 good lads, 1 questionable.
Yeah.
One princess.
One brass. Got some awards. Definitely best walk over here.
That's Richard.
Biggest mouth right here. Best videographer.
Thank you.
And most improved.
Yay!
Hey!
Tasty!
Nice.
And he's a winner, of course.
Thank you.
So, end of day 5. Just got into bed, and you might be able to see it is absolutely Baltic, like proper cold. But little trick. Inside I've got like a little sleeping. I mean, fully clothed, like thermals, the works, socks, hat, everything. But I'm in a sleeping bag liner as well as the duvet thing here. But I've got this little bad boy, little Nalgene number. Other brands are available, but full of really hot water. And you get this down in amongst the sleeping bag liner. Oh my god, it's so immense. Anyway, apparently it's going to get much colder the higher we go. I think we're trekking up. We're actually on acclimatisation day tomorrow, so we're staying here. But we're trekking up to, I think, 5,100 metres tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be real brutal. But yeah, fingers crossed we'll all be alright.
I was in Pista Village a while ago. I saw these cool little pants, you know, good coloration. What I didn't know is that when you turn around, you've got these little pockets on the back.
Day 6. Just set off on the acclimatisation day. We are trekking from Pheriche, which is that place, which is where we stayed last night. Pretty cold, not gonna lie, freezing. We're actually climbing to 5,100 metres today, so a nice little jump up. But we'll obviously go back down and sleep in Pheriche tonight before pushing on. So yeah, I've just come to the first little lip. Here's the boys. We're from here, you can see this little sort of shrine bit. Just jump out the way of the boys. And we're going up there. So that's 5,100. The views are up here are pretty sick. Just like 360 really. Boys at about 4.8, 4.9. Lovely little view, sort of a mini Trolltunga. Looking out over the mountains. It is steep AF. Just made it to the top. 5,100 metres, good shift. Timmy and myself, Farmer with his massive bag. Just a little further back, but worth it, the views. Is that Amandablam? It's Tycean Farms. Just finishing it off. Pretty good views, to be honest. Tough shift on our rest day, huh?
Big shift.
Big shift on the rest day for the boys. Yoo! Good job, brother. It's absolutely freezing this morning. We're walking towards the sun. Boys are buzzing, and they've hit it. Hit the sun. Notice that Tim's still in shorts.
Oh my god, that changes everything. Oh my god. There's frost on the ground.
Another beautiful morning. Mountain Geek Out round 2, the Game of Thrones round. This is going to be a quick fire round, so fastest to the buzzer. Can you remind me of your buzzers, please, Rich? Rich? And then Tim? Nice. Okay. First question. What is the house emblem of House Stark? Oh, that's tough. I think Tim got there.
Is it a deer?
Incorrect. Incorrect. What a gas merchant. Idiot. Farmer.
Shit, of course it's a dire.
It's a dire wolf. Correct.
Would you have given the point for wolf?
I would not have.
Damn it.
Question 2.
Damn it.
Name me the house emblem of House Baratheon. I think Farmer got there first.
No, I think that is a stag.
It is a stag, but for a bonus question, it's a special type of stag. What is it? It's got something. It's the crowned stag of Baratheon. It's got a little crown on its head. Important. Okay, question 3. What was the name of the battle fought between Jon Snow and the Bastard of Bolton outside the walls of Winterfell? I think it's like season 6.
I actually don't think I know that. No, when you say it, we'll know it. But
That's the Battle of the Bastards. Clue is in the name. Jaime Lannister, the famous sword of House Lannister, lost which hand?
Quack.
Farmer.
His right, his sword hand.
His sword hand, his right hand. Correct. What are the scores so far? Farms, you 2-1 up?
Yeah, something like that.
It's something like that.
No, 3-1.
Is it 3-1? What was the name of the dragon rode by Daenerys Stormborn? Tim Bretherton. Benjamin. Incorrect. Benjamin Button was not the name of her dragon. Farmer?
Is it Aegon?
Aegon was the name of the first conqueror of Westeros. His name was Drogon, I think. Named after... What was her husband called? The Dothraki rider? Something like that.
Drogo.
Carl Drogo, so he named it Drogon, yeah. So ends day 2 of Game of Thrones Geek Up in the Mountains. So we've come to, looks like a memorial to some of the dead, I think. Don't know if it's Sherpas or Westerners. Bit of a mix, I think. If you've read that book, Into Thin Air, this is the shrine for Rob Hall. I haven't read the book, but believe gave his life to try and help others come down the mountain on that day when 14 people died on Everest. I think around here, scattered around, got the memorials of other or similar such heroes and notable figures who have lost their lives on Everest. Just gone over a lip, just past the memorial. Walking sort of nice steady ground now. You can just see Everest up on the top left. It's in cloud, unfortunately. It's got a little bit cloudier today. I'm hoping it's going to hold off for the next few days. I'm climbing to base camp tomorrow. So just hoping it all holds out. Views are still mental good. Boys in Lobuche, or Lobuche, however you say it. It was also known as downtown Denville. It's so cold. It is horribly cold. But there's going to be 4 of us in here tonight, so hopefully some body heat will lift the spirits. But as you can see, it's not exactly the 4 seasons, is it? Just set off for Gorak, Shep, I think. Is that right? Gorak, Shep. And then from there we're going to go directly on to Everest Base Camp. It's a very, very cold night last night, probably the bleakest we've had. No one really slept. All the sort of water bottles are frozen in your room when you wake up in the morning, which is crazy. But yeah, it's Everest Base Camp day, so we're pushing on. We got beaten to the punch a little bit. A lot of the groups seem to have left earlier today, which means there's a sort of bit of a backlog on the trail. Not too bad, but obviously as we're doing it independently, we need to get to the places first to get accommodation. And where we're going now, Gorak Shep, is tiny, so there's not many places, so we're in a bit of a rush and we're at like 5,100 metres, and rushing at 5,100 metres is a schoolboy error, but I don't have any choice really. Sun's coming up, so hopefully once it hits we'll warm up. It's just the most incredible feeling when the sun comes up. Amazing. Start warming up. Shoots its helicopters all over the place. And we think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's Everest. Just over here. Give you a little view now. There's Ticey. Some nice ones in front. So just near the foot of Everest, and what looks like a sort of muddy lumps of rock all down here with little white bits in between is actually glacial ice covered in rock debris from fallen from Everest, I guess, up there. But you can just see in the distance there the glacier is tucking around the corner, and that's where we're heading. Well, heading around to the left first, and then across to that. It extends ages all the way around that corner. Feeling good, brother?
Tired.
Yeah, almost there. Tough morning that. First little step, 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so, down to this little place, which is called Gorak Shep. From here, we're going to dump a lot of our stuff and then push on to Everest Base Camp, which I imagine is over there somewhere. It's the boys who are chucking rocks into these frozen ponds. Absolute reprobates. You could take the boys out of North London, you can't take North London out of the boys. Jesus. Oh my god. Tim just fell down the cliff. So that, off in the distance, just a big swarm of people. It's what we've been working towards for the last 7 days and sort of 3 weeks of planning. It's rather unassuming, but that's Everest Base Camp. It's pretty cool. I think during the season, the climbing season, it'll be a lot busier, there'll be a lot of tents around and stuff. But it's just mainly sort of tourists, really, camping tourists and hikers that have come to check it out. So I'm currently sat about 5,400 metres above sea level, approximately 18,000 feet, at the foot of the biggest mountain on planet Earth, Mount Everest. Unfortunately you can't see it, it's in cloud at the moment. Good view of rocks there behind me. But yeah, I can't see Everest at the moment, but never mind. Just want to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone who donated to my chosen charity, Christie Charity. I think I've raised over £1,000 now, which is phenomenal, seeing as I think I only posted a link like 2.5 weeks ago or something. It's just a testament to the quality of my friends and family and colleagues who've stepped up to the plate. I think I only targeted £300 initially, so it's phenomenal. My uncle's currently receiving treatment at Christie in Manchester, so something that's very close to my heart, so it's massively appreciated. Yeah, it's been big. Thanks very much. Also, took my old man's St. Christopher. To the old man St. Christopher all the way. He had when he was a boy. MP Knowles on the back. Took it all the way up, mate, so got it to base camp for you. Maybe I'll go for the top next time, huh? Just getting into bed. I know I said the other day that it was like no joke cold, but tonight's actually proper cold. I'm full down jacket edition, everything. It's another level. However, I am in a better position than Tim, who today lost his warmest jumper on the trail to Everest Base Camp, which we nailed, by the way. He's broken his sleeping bag so it doesn't close. And what else was there, Tim?
Lost my hat.
Lost his hat. it doesn't get any worse for the lad. I wish it did at the moment. I wish it could get better for him, but at the moment he's just trying to fix it. By the way, check out how Bazaar room is. Look at the state of this place. It is the pits. I didn't want to get me started on the toilets. It is horrendous. Anyway, update soon. Hopefully Tim survives the night. Got up at about 4 o'clock in the morning in Gorak, Shep, to climb to Patthar. Yeah, climbing up to Patthar, which is about 5,000. What is it? 5.5, boys? 5,600 metres. It's probably the coldest we've been. It's very, very cold, as you can imagine, at like sort of 4 or 5 in the morning. The sun's coming up at about 6:15. Behind us you can see Lobuche and Mount Everest, and that's why we're climbing, to get a view of the sunrise behind Mount Everest. It should be epic. Put back in a minute. Made it. The boys up on the summit. Crazy motherfuckers. Yeah. And that's Everest just there. Lobuche on the right. The sun's coming up over there. It's a nice cliff edge there. As you can imagine, I'm staying well away from it. It's looking pretty nice, sun rising over the Himalayas. Sun's starting to peak. Can't really see it on the GoPro, but I'm a dabbler, I'm there, the pointy one. Looks like the Toblerone one. The sun's starting to hit it. All these around, all these peaks. Starting to brighten up. Boys are very cold. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I think we're going to head down soon, grab some breakfast. We've got about 9 hours walking today. 9 hours. Just leaving Namche Bazaar for the last time. Had a pretty epic few days. So day 7 was the day we got to Everest Base Camp, which was an immense day. Got to Gorak, Shep about midday, and then pushed on to Everest Base Camp, which was wicked. And then the next day, sort of the next 48 hours was just immense. Like we were a place called Gorak, Shep, as I say. We got up at 4 AM on day 8 and set off to climb a mountain called Patthar, which is, I think it was 5,700 metres, so it's about 300 metres higher than Everest Base Camp. And we got up there, we summited, actually we were the first to summit that morning, and we saw the sunrise, which was amazing, over Everest and Namche and Lobuche, which was pretty immense. But I don't think I've ever been so cold in my life. It was horrendous. It was like -20. Tim was still in shorts, obviously, Namche, but he's been firming it. But it was, yeah, certainly the coldest I've ever been in my life at that time in the morning after very minimal sleep. We then got down from Patthar, grabbed a quick bit of breakfast, and then proceeded to walk 26 kilometres down to, actually can't remember where, I'm terrible with these names, but actually can't remember, but we walked 26 kilometres in the Himalayas in one day, which is phenomenal after summiting a mountain at 4 AM in the morning. So that was a hell of a day. Tim, I think, walked 30 because he lost his phone. He left his phone in Gorak Shep after we walked about an hour and a half, so he had to go back. So this was our first view of Everest, like 10 days ago. You can't really see it from the GoPro, it's covered in clouds as well, but this is our last view through this little gap on the way down to Lukla. So we just finished off, arrived back in Lukla, not a particularly nice day. We've gone about 18 kilometers today. Normally a 9-hour trek in the Himalayas from Namche Bazaar to Lukla. We've done it in 4 hours 45, absolutely dusted. We rushed to try and get here to see if we can bring our flights forward. We've got flights tomorrow morning, and we've got here, so rushing, you know, ridiculous scenes, and they're all on lunch. Brilliant. So yeah, we're flying out tomorrow, but Tim's provided the Victory Cavalry, so we're all good. So we're in Lukla Airport. We've been here almost 5 hours. Flights were supposed to be this morning, but difficult to describe the level of chaos and uncertainty in this airport. Like, nobody knows what's going on. Planes are coming sort of from different airlines, potentially ours, we're not sure. Conflicting information being told to us by the Summit Air guys. It's all quite difficult at the moment, but yeah, so we're sort of about 5 hours in and still no one has a clue. Flights are supposed to leave 4 hours ago or so for Farmer and Tyson, for me and Tim at about 3 hours ago, but they haven't. So yeah, apparently the bookings are irrelevant, they mean nothing, which is great. I don't know why we bother booking. It's just literally a case of turn up as early as you can. We were here at 6:30, sorry, we were here at 6:30 AM this morning. Yeah, the boys have just sort of been here all morning, all day pretty much, not being able to go and get food because we don't want to miss anything or whatever, so quite bleak at the moment, but just hanging in there. Okay, we're still here, still in Lukla, after a 10-hour shift yesterday in the airport. We didn't get on a plane, so we arrived at 5:30 this morning after queuing up again last night with the promise of being on the first plane out. What they've done is they put 2 of us on the first plane and 2 of us not on the first plane. Welcome to Nepal, mate. But hopefully we've checked our bags in now. We've got a boarding pass of sorts, which you might think would be a great thing, but means nothing in Nepal, especially in Lukla. So we're just waiting and hoping planes arrive. But we'll see. It's very chaotic. So we're finally on the plane. About to take off. About to go down this like pretty much vertical runway. Here we go. Okay, we're about to go off the edge. We're in the air.
July and stealing sheep and beg you from her knees, make you think she needs it this time. She'll tear a hole in you, the one you can't repair. But I still love her, I don't really care.
Here we are, back in Kathmandu, paradise. 6 bunks, only 4 of us. 2 very unfortunate girls, one of them below me. Sorry, love. I do like to talk in my sleep, so you will be struggling. First one of these, which is so ideal, and boys are showering. I lost 5, so unfortunately, I think I'm last, or am I third? Oh yeah, well, third. Anyway, living the dream, about to go and get some food. Looking forward to it. Thought we'd given up the hike life, but we're back at it. Up to the monkey temple.
When we were young, oh, we did enough. When it got cold, ooh, we bundled up. I can't be told, I can't be done. It's better to feel pain than nothing at all. The opposite of love's indifference. So pay attention now. I'm standing on your porch screaming out, and I won't leave until you come downstairs. So keep your head up, keep your love, keep your head up, my love. Keep your head up,
This is just a video, so we'll just play around with it.
Everest Base Camp, baby, well done.
Everest Base Camp, baby.
We've done it.